Tigraki call here on this January 28th, 2022 Bounty Night. And I did not announce that I would be doing a live stream today because I didn't know I would. So I head in and start with my adventure board. I have already put out a video with teams if you want to check that out. Just head into my main channel and the link or the video's right there. Because I just uploaded it literally 2 minutes ago. So, of course, I'll be using the second team for my video, but I do have a team for the lower levels of the bounty to make things just a little faster, as bounty can be so boring. Arg. Although, I think the Warlord class trial was probably more boring. This just takes longer than the class trial does. No, it was so bad. Few more battles here. I actually slept last night. I slept through the night last night. I don't know when the last time was that I was able to sleep all night. It was so nice, but it was so weird to be up at the same time as my husband this morning. Just bizarre. So it just hasn't happened for so long. Okay. Getting the hey, Willy Foo. Hi, hi. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you today? I'm gonna head into Bounty in just a minute here. Hey, Bree. Oh boy. I'm tired, but I'm not that tired. Hey, DA, welcome. Thought I'd finish up my adventure board while I was waiting for people to see that I was here. Thank you. Ha ha. Here we go. Of course, I can always finish this later. I like your emoticons. Those are cute. So I will say, hi, hi. Take that back down. We'll head over here, do this thing with the thing. Oh, that was dumb. I could have gotten the green at the same time and I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. One more and we'll head into Bounty. I've already done 23 levels so far. All right, there we go. Nice. Alright, I will do my dungeon later. We'll head into Bounty and get this over with. I am using all 3 of my medals of Nisha because anything I can do to make this go more quickly is good with me. It's not so bad. The last few bounties haven't been too bad. I hear my youngest. She woke up. Eldest is going to go check on her though. So we've got Ogress for mana generation, skull damage reduction by 50%, Tigraki Warrior for that true damage boosted by armor, which is really good on the latter levels of the bounty. Corpse Mare, destroy a row, steal life from the first enemy, boosted by skulls destroyed. I mentioned in the video I just put out that the nice thing about having Corpse Mare with you is that when she destroys a row, I'll tell you about Catterfly in a minute. When it destroys a row, you want to target as many skulls as you can because you get a boost by skulls destroyed. And the nice thing is there is a troop that barriers and the skulls will hit it first, removing the barrier, and you will still remove that you'll still remove their life and add it onto your own. So that is super nice. Our bounty captain is the Catterfly. It's oh so cute. Um, I'm only casting this if I need mana for Ogress and then just hoping to loop, hoping to get a match 4 out of it. And I'll do this again. Really, really want to target this thing first because it's going to enchant and bless. The bless will keep the Ogress from being able to stun it. So why did I do that? I don't know. Oh, Valraven. I already lost one Valraven today. Arg. I'm glad she did not cast on the Sanita. So normally I would have the Corpse Mare in this second spot as a secondary tank because you're stealing all of that life. However, Sanita casts on the bottom slot, and if my Catterfly goes down, I'm okay with that, but I don't want to lose my Tigraki warrior. And with all of the life I'm stealing with the Corpse Mare, that means I can withstand the Sanita if I need to. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this thing out because I do not want it to get away. Willy Foo, saving my team here while I try out yours. Alrighty. It seems like such a waste. Okay, let's do this. I was hoping for some skulls to take that one out, but look at it. No! Oh, it seems like such a waste to cast this. Aw. Alright. I am going to cast here because it has green and brown to fill up Ogress the rest of the way. And we'll do this, get some more mana, and then we'll start working on that Sanita. I want to be sure not to damage the armor too much if I can help it, so that I can take it out more easily with Tigraki Warrior. And now we pretty much don't have to worry because this guy does pretty much nothing. So yay. What class am I using? Class does not matter unless you don't have your class weapons yet. So you will not get any class experience for doing bounty because you don't have your hero with you. If you want max points, you cannot bring your hero. They all have to be bounty troops. Hold on. Pardon. However, the 250 wins to get the class weapons will still apply, so be sure to choose a class if you don't have all of your class weapons yet. Hope that made sense. Purple was brown. Yeah, brown is fine. I should have saved it. I should have taken the purple. That was silly. That's okay. We'll get rid of him right now. I'm a little distracted because I'm streaming, of course. Bless you, and I guess I've been doing it wrong. I've been using the hero all the time. No! DA, you should check out the link at the very top of the description for this on how to maximize your bounty points. So, but I'll just go over it. That's okay. So you want to have this 30x multiplier, and in order to do that, all of your troops have to be, for one, they have to be traded with the bounty hunter to get that boost. They all have to be ascended to mythic level to get the 6x bounty score multiplier, and you have to use the bounty captain. And to tell what the bounty captain is, all you have to do is go in the shop, and it's the one that's pictured here. You cannot get this troop except by purchasing at least the second tier. And in order to get it up to mythic level, I purchased through level 5, and then I had an extra Orb of Ascension, and I just used an Orb of Ascension instead of using another 400 gems, and that's how I have my 30x multiplier. It goes much more quickly that way. All yours are maxed mythics, but you have to have, that's the whole thing, you have to have the bounty captain with you, because otherwise you don't get as many points. I'll show you. So let's put another bounty in here. Any bounty cap, anything will do. You can't put duplicates in either. You can't put in 3 Tigraki warriors because it won't count. But with the bounty captain, it was 30x. Without it, it's only 24. So Yeah. Catterfly. Okay, put that back in and get my 30x multiplier. Cool. You did the same thing. Awesome. All right. And hi, young warthog. Welcome in. Do, do, do. Do, do. Boink. I don't know why I did that. I really don't want to damage his armor, but since I've already done the deed, let's go ahead and go all in. Hey, Smasher T! Awesome sauce. We'll do this. And no, don't cast. Don't cast. No! And it casts on the Sanita. No! That's why I have the corpse mare towards the bottom, in case my Catterfly goes down. Okay, now mine says bounty points 90 times 30. Awesome. That's what you want. You want that times 30 multiplier. Let's see. That enough? Yes, it is. Awesome. All right, now this is stunned. That is the nice thing about having Ogress with us. Part of her spell is to stun the first enemy, which means that I can target this guy with Tigraki Warrior. I wouldn't have been able to otherwise because he's stealthy. He's stealthy, but that goes away when he's stunned. So that means I can hit him with both the Tigraki Warrior and the Corpse Mare, and he's my biggest problem here. So definitely want to get rid of him ASAP, which I did. Whee! Okie dokie there. And this thing really can't do anything to us unless it gets a hold of skulls. So, I can take a skull hit. I would rather hit it with the Tigraki Warrior and destroy it. Ah. And if you have medals or badges of Nisha, I highly recommend using them because bounty can be a real slog because you have to do the same level over and over and over again to get all of the rewards. You can't just stop at level 20. You have to redo. And if you can't do level 20, that's okay. Just do as high a level as you can and keep repeating it for as many sigils as you have. I actually want to do this first. What was that? DA says, well, I'm glad you came on because I was at number 9, so now I guess I'm doing it right. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you, DA. I am glad to help. That is what I'm here for. And I did put out a video explaining that, but you know, it's something I linked into from other videos, so it would be easy to miss at this point because it's an older video. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. That's just too good to pass up. All right, do this. Woohoo! All those skulls. That would be great if I was using that troop that's boosted by skulls, whichever one that was. Bone-bound dredge? Or no, it wasn't the bone-bound dredge. There is a bounty troop that gets a boost from skulls on the board, but I don't remember what it is. Yes, I am going to do this. Blow things up. Kapow! Oh, I could have killed it. I could have killed it. I got distracted. Go figure. Let's see. This takes yellow and blue. Which one has the most yellow and blue? Yeah, we'll take that one. Oh, I can't hit it yet. I gotta do this first. All right, now I can target it. Yay. Die, Sanita. Gotta use some tactics this time around because of the stealthy troops. And the one I mentioned earlier that that has the barrier is also a troop that can do stealthy. So yeah, having the ability to have Ogress with you is really nice for this particular bounty. I really like her as a bounty troop. I just really appreciate having a good source of mana generation for my teams. And I prefer something that explodes or destroys. It's just my play style, so Yeah, that's okay. Yes, perfect. Ah. Alright, I can take the skull hit. I'm okay with that. I have the 50% skull damage reduction, and now I can get rid of that thing before it can... Wish gem. Wish gem! Tuck on it. Alright, get that armor down first. Oh, look how low it is. Awesome. Alright, something with lots of red and brown. That one. Smasher T says, also good skull reduction. She is great. Yeah, I know. 50% skull damage reduction, and she summons something to protect my team when she dies. If she dies. I haven't lost any troops this particular bounty. But I didn't last bounty either until I was live streaming. Funny how that works out. Oh, how nice. We'll go ahead and take that. Hey, we actually get to cast with Catterfly. Here we go. And I got the match 4 I was looking for, so woohoo! Yes, we'll do that. And this should be enough, I think. I think. Should have cast with Tigraki Warrior first, but... How are you liking the team, Willy Foo? Is it, comparable to the one you were using? Da, 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 da. I got some sleep last night, so I'm really happy. It's so nice to get some sleep. Oh, it was great. It's a little weird. Alright, Tigraki Warrior first. Then, let's see, target something with lots of brown and red. It's 2 brown. Oh, well, that's okay. We'll just take this one with the Doom Skull. Just because. Blowing things up is fun. Alright, gotta get rid of her. Willy Foo, I was using Doomed Crossbow. Oh, one less bounty hunter. Yeah. Yeah. On the early levels, it's okay because it's not, it's not as many points on those very low levels, but later on when they start to be worth more points, you really want to have 4 bounty hunter troops. Bree says, not just sleep, but good sleep? Question mark. The thing that was really nice about it, it was pretty good sleep, but it was uninterrupted sleep. Missy, little miss, she slept through the night. And I was able to sleep through the night too, and it's been so long since that happened. It was just beautiful. Just so, so nice that I was able to accomplish that. You know, such as things go. Um, it's funny how much you don't appreciate good sleep if you've never had bad sleep. Used to be I didn't understand. I understand now. Anyway, kind of beside the point at the moment. I'm glad I'm not using a skull spamming team for this. Seriously. This one. Ooh, I might lose my Ogress. Fine, I'll just use this. There we go. Yes, yes, Smasher T. Same with using the bathroom. Yes, I had to experience what it was like to really have problems with that when I was pregnant with my eldest. Oh, I won't go into that, but it was one of the most uncomfortable things ever. Young Warthog says, ooh, I've heard legends told of the uninterrupted sleep thing. Been a while, huh? It's amazing how that works out when you're a parent. Yeah. Oh, Valraven, I wasn't paying attention. I don't have to stun first, I can just take it. It's blessed and it doesn't matter. I just need mana for Tigraki before it gets its full mana. No, no. Yes, no, don't take any yellow. I've already lost 1 Valraven today. Bree says, it's a myth, ignore it. Funny. Very funny. I'm not going to take any chances. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take this with the one with lots of red. do this. Willy Foo says, sleep? What's that? One of my viewers missed my last live stream and said that it was because he was sleeping. And don't worry, it won't happen again. It's like, aw. Don't lose out on sleep for my account. I will live. Not that it's not nice to have y'all here. I love having y'all here, but I know how important good sleep is, so. Oh, that was not enough mana. We'll do that again. Yeah, we'll do this. And this. All right. Another Valraven. Well, that kind of makes up for the one I lost earlier. It was before I was using Tigraki Warrior. It was on my team that I was using for low level. The quick bounty stuff that I posted in my other video. Definitely doing that. I was hoping to loop, but that didn't work out. I've got to get. I know I'm making weird noises. I'm a little loopy. Seriously, no, no. Come on. Okay, that's better. All right, we'll do this. Do this. Perfect. Sunita is still here, which is not great, but it is stunned now, so I can target it, hopefully with Tigraki Warrior. Oh, I didn't get enough mana. How rude. All right. I need to change my mascot to Little Lupus. What did I say? I missed it, Bree. What'd I say? I know you're making a joke, but I missed what the joke is. I'm a little loopy. I caught it right before you posted. Yes, I'm a little loopy. Little loopy, little loopin'. Ha ha ha. You're funny. Hey, Denise, welcome. Glad to see you. Nice to see you. Good to have you here. Dandelion. Oh, I'm so glad that I was not invested in using a skull spamming team today. That is very helpful for me. All right, let's take this one. Got our Ogress up. Leandro, welcome. I hope next week they make the moth dog. Moth dog. Moth dog. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. Do I have enough? Yes! Yes. Okay, we'll do this. All right, I do have some news, by the way. I have some news. Exciting news from InfinityPlusTwo. Wahaha. A little distracted at the moment, but... Oh, I forgot to cast with Ogress first. Doggone it. Oops. Alright, well, we'll steal some life. I should have taken the match 4. That was ridiculous. Oh well. I don't think I'm in any danger of losing this round, so... Take care of that. Waha! Leandro, Genki, watch out with the catter butterfly. Scratch bites also flies. Not my catterflies. My catterfly loves me. It does look like a male to me. The face looks like a male, but it must be fixed because it doesn't otherwise look like a male. That's all I'll say about that. Anyway. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Oh, yes. we've got full mana already. Ah, awesome. Love getting rid of that tree nice and early. And we're going to take this one. Whoop, whoop. Get some mana for Ogress. Love it when I can loop with the Catterfly and the Ogress. That is awesome. Okie dokie. Red. Really need some brown, but green. This is my first stall on mana. Okay, got my mana back. I'm okay now. We will shoot that one. Blow things up, get him stunned this time. There we go. Now I can target him. I can take the skull hit, not worried about that. And hit him before he can kill me. Whoop! Or before he can cast his spell. I wasn't in danger of dying, but you know. Actually, you know, this thing entangling my whole team actually helps me because it makes sure that I don't accidentally damage their armor before I can strike with Tigraki Warrior. I like that. Wait, I'm scrolling back in chat. I missed something. Willie Foo says, I bought up to tier 6, so quite a bit of sigils. Still need 4th Bounty Hunter to get level 20 rewards. You still... Well, no. Actually, you can finish Bounty buying all those tiers. I've heard that you can take your hero with you in that case, but you won't be able to finish it till Sunday because you'll need the sigils from reset from tonight and tomorrow night. And it seems like I missed something else. Nope, I guess not. Thank you. I needed that. Oh, we'll do that. Want to hit him. It's not a him. It's not a he or a she. It's an it. Okay. No, I don't need that green. We'll do this. Ah, this is not bad. I mean, I'm really... Hey, Boo! Hey, Noonie, how's it going? These last few bounties haven't been as painful as they used to be, tedious like they used to be. Oh, of course it's faster with the doomed crossbow. Of course it is, because you get to use your hero and do damage to all enemies. It's gonna be faster. But I don't want to buy up to tier 6. And I also don't want to wait until Sunday to finish. I want to finish it tonight because then I can concentrate on doing other things. Especially, yeah, I understand wanting to get through them fast, absolutely. I have been told that you will be able to finish buying the shop up to tier 6. However, I have not ever tested it. I do have important news. Well, it's not important news, but I have news, and it's really exciting to me. So let me finish up this battle. I'm going to read you exactly what Jito said because I want to be sure and give you accurate information. So let me just finish up this battle and then I will read it to you. I listened to it over and over and over again to be sure that I had the exact wording. Yes, it is her. Yes, Jito is female. Did I say him? Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait, did I say it wrong? I did not. Good. This one. Alright. What did she even do? Oh, that's right. Alright, get rid of her. No mana. Mana, mana, mana. Huh. No, I want to do this again. so that I can hit harder with Tigraki Warrior and then kill with my Corpse Mare. Oh, you spelled her here wrong. Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah, I originally thought Jito was male until I saw her streaming the other day. Not, I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was the day before. Boop. Nope, not quite enough. There we go. When I said, but if I finish all of my battles and you finish thine, then tonight we're gonna party like it's 1699. Amish paradise. Ah, that's funny. All right, let me read this to you. I have it written. Per Jito on the InfinityPlusTwo live stream, and let me give you the link so that you can check it out yourself if you are interested. There is the link. Jito said, also coming up, we've got some expansions to factions coming up now that there is a faction for every kingdom. She also said more troops for them as well as new maps. I'm going to pause there for a second. So, you used to have the song memorized. So what she's saying is this is the last faction, right? She said it's the last faction, so we're going to be expanding the factions we already have. But she also said that new kingdoms are coming out, that they'll be reviewing older kingdoms and reviewing some of the older underpowered troops for those kingdoms. So, here's the thing. I asked her, I said, hey, I saw that there are some new troops coming out, new commons coming out for kingdoms we already have. And she said, oh, where'd you get that information? Depends on what you got that. We'll just assume it's a placeholder for now. Because I specifically asked, is this a placeholder or do we really have new commons coming out for existing kingdoms? Sorry, I can't even think. Because I'm distracted by what I'm doing. Oh, I did it again. Okay. Apparently, I cannot do two things at once when I'm excited about something. So, anyway, let me go back to this. So, wrong one. This one. So, here we've got, on one hand, we've got the final faction coming out. We're going to revisit existing factions and add new troops and new maps. Which makes me think, okay, we're going to have two different areas of a faction that we can visit coming up. And it makes me think that that the new troops that I saw that are coming out that are commons, she said there'd be new kingdoms, but new kingdoms would mean new factions. Are you seeing where I'm going with this? So what I'm thinking is the new kingdoms, they're going to be kind of like a secondary kingdom to ones that already exist. Like Broken Spire will have a secondary kingdom attached to it. It's still Broken Spire, but it's like I really don't know how to or explain what I'm thinking here. But it makes sense in my mind. I'm just having trouble verbalizing what the connection is that I am seeing in my head. Does anybody get what I'm trying to say? I know I'm not making sense. I'm sorry. Maybe like an alternative or an alternate dimension, possibly. But it's really, I'm not really sure that, yeah, no, because we're going to be, unless it's a mirror, unless the Sky faction is a mirror to the existing factions, that could be that we're going to get a third plane. And so, yeah, I thought of alternate dimension, and people have talked about having a new plane previously. I mean, it's not something new, but Ruben, welcome. Um, Still, I think there's a connection. It says Broken Spire, these new things. Ah, I I need to be able to get my mind together so that I can explain this in a way that people can understand. Ah, man. Anyway, Ruben says he's using Urska Druid, Naga Trap, Tigraki, and Catterfly. Cool. Anthony says you visit a country, but not the whole country at once, just a part of it. The faction will be broken into parts. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Match 4. I'm thinking around along those lines, and so she said we're getting new kingdoms. So what I think is that we're just getting new additions to existing kingdoms, maybe. Maybe? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, DA says, I think that's pretty cool. Kind of like the underworld, we might have an upper world or something. Never know. Sounds good, though. Yeah, second round of faction. Yeah, that's what she said. Okay, let me get the exact wording. She said, more troops for them being the factions, as well as some new maps. So, not new factions, but new maps and new troops? 4 factions? Yeah, like an alternate underworld, a heavenly plane. Yeah, that sounds plausible. Something along those lines. Yeah. But the connection to the new kingdom. She said new kingdoms were coming out, so how would that work out? How does it all lock in together with those? Is there even a correlation to those troops that I saw on Tarhan's world that are commons for existing kingdoms? That's what we're going to find out. They talked about doing a third map 2 years ago. All right. That was before I started, like half a year before I started. Let's see where we are in rewards. We're getting there. I don't think I'm going to have enough sigils to finish tonight because I did lose a Valraven along the way. Ruben says it may be interesting to choose what map you do if factions expand. One thing I am worried about is the possibility that, how do I put this? The possibility that they're going to be expanding, they're adding new troops to factions. Will we be able to still target troops like we do now? So right now, it does not take much to get the legendaries for the factions. You know, you want Queen Bee, you go to the Deep Hive, you keep using your Chaos Shards, and you will get Queen Beatrix. But then, once these new troops come out, is it going to be on the same plane where we'll have a lot of trouble getting Queen Beatrix, for example? Or is it going to be on an alternate plane where it'll be easier to do? Does that make sense? I'm a little loopy right now. Anthony says, then bring god troops that require crazy mana in 4 colors. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're going to find out. And they are doing beta testing right now. I signed up for the beta. They rejected me. Oh, rejected. But the good news about me being rejected from the beta program is that I can talk about any information that I find. If I was doing the beta, I would have to keep my lips sealed and I wouldn't be able to share anything. But as is, I can share things with you. So that's good. Always looking on the bright side, right? It may be just 4 extra troops, so not that bad. Still, only having 4 troops is a lot easier to target a single troop than having 8. So I need that one. Arg, that didn't work out. Yeah, I thought of that, but yeah, if it's only 4, but yeah, we're we're gonna find out. It's just a question of when. They've just started beta testing for 6.2, so I'm guessing it's gonna be a little while before we find out. Mana for everyone. Great. That's okay. My corpse mare has plenty of mana. I meant life. I meant life. Silly me. If those troops could be used in pure factions, that would be nice. Yes. Yeah. Depending on what the troops are, but having 8 to choose from instead of just 4, that could be huge. What I really want is to be able to bring my hero in for pure faction. Just let me use the faction weapon and I'll be happy. Even if I'm limited to just using the faction weapon. So, I don't know. Pure faction is so painful. Bree has been trying for months to get Silver Necropolis done. I have multiples that I'm stalling on myself. So I need red and I don't have it. I don't have any mana. Oh, I don't want to take the skulls though. Oh, I have a Valraven. All right. Okay. Let him have the skulls. That'll keep him from matching yellow at least. Really want to cast with Tigraki first, but that's not going to happen. So we will do this. Get some mana, mana, mana. Yes, take the skulls. I'm okay with that. I need red. Oh, here we go. Maybe I can... Nope, no loop. But plenty of mana for the team, so yay. Yes! Okay, I'm not going to worry about the Sunita. I just want to get rid of the Valraven before it can fly away. So I'm going to sacrifice this if needed to be able to get the Valraven and possibly not have to spend any more time trying to get all of these done. DA says, February the 4th, the next weekend, Fire Rift is the faction through Broken Spire for the Underworld. Do you know anything about it? Yes, I do. I even have the map. And I will show it to you. Hold on just a second. I haven't put it together for people to see yet, so I'll have to save it once I finish this battle and then get it set up so you can see it. But that'll only take me a minute, so... Oh, you rat fink. There. Ha, ha, ha. Match 4. Whee! Perfect, perfect. No, no, not perfect. Ah, not perfect. Oops. I messed up. That's all right. I can still do this. And then we can do this. Perfect. Fire Rift is coming up. Yes, it is. Alrighty, I can show you the map. Let me just save it. Uh-oh. Aww. My computer shut down and I lost the image. Hold on, let me follow that Twitch link I gave you, as that is where I got it. Let me mute it. It's towards the end. I will grab another screenshot. There it is. I found it quickly. Ha! Okay, take pictures quick, Colleen. Ah! Got it. Okay. Let me close that so I can see you folks again. And I'll put it in my art program. The nice thing about Fire Rift is we will be able to do just 3 battles to get to the boss, to get it completed. We're not going to have to do 4 or 5 battles like some of these factions, which I really, really appreciate. So I hate it when I have to do that. Alright, so let me save this. Save as... Fire This is going to save it as fire. And then I need to do 2 more things so that you can see it. I apologize for the delay. I can only do things so quickly because, you know, I am limited by my humanity. My human responses. I am not fast enough for these things. There it is, fire. Okay, and now I just have to do one more thing so you can see it. Only take me a second, I promise. Firefox properties. Meow. Here it is. All right. Boop. This is the map that was shared with us on the InfinityPlusTwo live stream. So you can go straight through 1, 2, 3, just straight to the right and to the boss room. So I think that's super, super cool. So yeah, let me take that down and come back into the game. Where's the game? Where's the game? There it is. Let me get caught up on chat. Ruben says more maps mean new rooms, and I've noticed there's no room that gives yellow runic trait stones. Oh, that's true. So they can fix that by making new rooms with pros or with new pros or cons. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Denny says mythic troop to faction. In my idea, that's a bad idea. I don't like it. I highly doubt that they will add mythics to factions because it's just too easy to get troops in the factions. They want us to work for it. They want us to spend our diamonds, and I can't imagine that they would add a mythic to factions unless they are going to give us 30 troops for a faction. That's a scary idea. Ruben says, having the same 10 rooms in all delves is kind of meh. It would be more fun if the in-between rooms were tailored to the faction. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree. Huh. All right, let me also, you know what? I'm going to bring up Taran's world. I wonder... No, it won't let me. Tacit has some way that he can show you a bunch of different things on the screen, and I am limited because I haven't learned how to do the way he does it. So, as far as the troops go, the only exciting thing about these troops is, first of all, let me give you a link so you can check it out for yourself, so you can see what I'm seeing. All of the troops for Fire Rift are going to create burning gems, so it will no longer be just the Flaming Oni that creates them. The exciting thing to me is that the new legendary, the one for Fire Rift, Magma Dragon, is going to create a lava storm when his turn begins. That is a brown and red storm. So we have another troop that will conjure a dual storm at the start of battle. I love that. Shift tab to close it. Wait, hold on. Shift tab to open the Steam browser. Shift tab to close again. Well, I know how to do it on Steam, but I think I just need to add a source. I think I just need to add a source to my stream, my settings on OBS, and I will do that later on. Hey, Winnie, welcome in. Cool. Awesome. So also on the link I just gave you, you can see the new mythic that's coming out on Friday. So we've got Fire Rift coming out on Friday, and we have a new mythic coming out on Friday as well. Next week, obviously, not today. So the new mythic will transform green gems to blue. I'm not looking at it. This is from memory. Green gems to blue. And no, wait, it's not going to transform them, is it? It's going to remove them and create blue gems based on the amount it removed. The wording's a bit odd, so it's not just a transform. You cannot see exactly where the new green or blue gems are going to show up. I will check that out, Willy Foo. Thank you. I'm so distracted at doing multiple things at once. I don't like making y'all wait for me to do things. I think it's rude of me. I don't think it's, whatever other people do, that's fine. But for my my I can't even talk. It doesn't just remove the oh, okay, I should look. I do not know why I am so out of it tonight. I just don't. All right. So let me pull that back up. Tarhan's World. And go back to troop spoilers. I'm just going to read it because I suck. Pycea, formerly known as Pisces, destroy all green gems. So it's as if they were matched. You get 1 mana for each green gem that's destroyed. Destroy them all. So you're getting bunches of green mana. Create blue gems equal to the gems destroyed, which means you're getting a bunch of blue mana too. And there are independent 30% chances to devour 2 random enemies. The yeah, the traits are nothing to write home about. Yes, it has 30% chances to devour as well. So it's going to be a good mana generator for green and blue. Deep breath. Calm blue ocean. Calm blue ocean. Goose frabba. Sorry. All right. So I did want to talk about Pycea during the stream, so I'm glad that you brought it up. Thank you for that. What I wanted to say about Pycea is that during the InfinityPlusTwo stream that we just had, they showed a preview of Pycea. It wasn't a fantastic team that they had to put together. However, I did see on forecasts, I saw it devour 3 times. So, I mean, it's actually devouring. It's actually doing what it says it's going to do. And I originally thought it didn't sound good at all. I thought, okay, it's going to remove all that green mana and then there won't be any green mana for your next cast. What's the point of that? Um, because you're not going to be able to loop with it. And then I remembered, well, since you're removing all of that green, more green will fall down. And then you're adding more blue, and that's all going to match, and more stuff is going to fall down, which means more green possibly on the board, especially if you're running a leaf storm. So, the ability seems broken to me, makes others irrelevant. Yeah, we will see, but I was surprised. Pardon. I was surprised to see it devouring consistently during the stream. I mean, she did only cast 4 times, but for it to have devoured 3 times out of 4, that's pretty significant. So that means it's going to be important to take something with you that curses, because surely people are going to be running with troops that are immune to devour. There are lots of them that are immune, so which one has the most red and brown? That one. So having something with you that will passively curse, just like we do with High King Iron Gut, or rather what I do with High King Iron Gut when I'm delving, I always want to take something with me that can curse without casting. Sure, um, uh, 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 Mirage Queen will curse all enemies, but you have to cast, and you don't want to cast with Mirage Queen um, unless you have alignment, right? So having something that will curse just from its traits, from a match 4 such as Matron Velen, she curses and webs on match 4s. She's actually underrated in my opinion, by the way. I think I knew it. 1 point. Ah, no. God darn it. Ah. Anyway, yeah, I just have all kinds of, I've got ideas. Now that I've seen it in action, I've got ideas of how I can use it, and I did it again, and teams that I can recommend for people. I knew that would happen. I just fed him. I fed him. Let's get him stunned. Not that it matters at this point. Okay. Yeah, I know I interrupted myself. I do that often, I think. Um, when he says then, I'm sorry, hold on. The new mythic should be a good match with Sycorax. Looping goes on, and maybe the third trait, not that bad with the +4 attack together with Sycorax. Interesting thought. I will keep it in mind. I am planning to get the new mythic, but you know, things don't always work out the way that I plan, so here's hoping I will get lucky and get. And get the new mythic without having to spend all of my glory. Ruben says, idea for a video, look at traits and how rare they are in general, like how many of 1,000 are immune to devour. Yeah, could do that. How are we doing? Oh, we're under tier 20. That's looking good. Yeah, I have so many ideas for videos, and this month has just been kind of crazy for me. I want that. I don't want to do that. Good, I'll blow it up. There, now I don't have to damage it too much. Perfect. Take the skulls, I don't mind. Perfect. I just fed Sanita. That's lovely. All right, we're going to do this one. Willie Foos says, adding on to that, unique troops with traits that only they have. For instance, right off the top of my head, I can say that Flaming Oni is the only one that will create fire gems or transform a gem into a fire gem every turn. Nothing else in the game does that. 51? Oh, is it enough? I'll take a chance. Ah, 1 point. Again. I did it again. Ah! Doggone me. Good morning, Pamela. Welcome. I'm messing up. Do I have anything for story time? I don't have anything planned, but I'm sure I can come up with something. Can you explain the synergy of this team in case I use it later? Absolutely, I will be happy to go over that again. So let me start a new battle so I can explain the tactics for level 20 here, because the tactics are really important for this. And nope, this one first. And then we'll take them out with this. Pacha! Okay. Here's what we've got. For level 20, you need to take out the silver oak first because it's giving life, enchanting, and blessing. Blessing a troop. And if they're blessed, they can't be stunned. Stun is important because Sanita is the most dangerous troop here and it is stealthy. So Ogress will stun the first enemy every time she casts, and she gets lots of mana, so mana for the whole team. Catterfly is just here to feed Ogress, well, and because it's the bounty captain, but Catterfly will feed Ogress so that she can keep blowing things up and getting mana for the team. Target the silver oak first, then go for the dark dryad so that you can stun Sanita before you cast with Tigraki warrior, and then follow up and get it killed before Dandelion because it's useless. Dandelion actually helps us because it's going to entangle us, and that will keep us from damaging the armor of these troops, which means that Tigraki warrior will hit harder. And Smasher T says, you could tell the story you couldn't tell last stream because Willie had his child listening. Yes, I can do that. I have to remember what it was. Ah, what was the story? Ah, yeah, it could be a little disturbing, the story I wanted to tell. So I kind of want to finish up Bounty before I do story time. Okay, sure thing, young warthog. So I don't want to be I don't want to do story time until I finish Bounty. Simply because I'm too distracted. Ruben said, "He pretty dough, Dandelion." Yes, Dandelion is a dandy boy. He's a dandy thing. Absolutely. Let's do this one. Perfect. Got centered. The nice thing, okay. So I forgot to mention, usually I would have Corpse Mare here where Tigraki is, have these two swapped because the Corpse Mare steals life. However, Sunita does true damage and hits the last enemy. That would be my Catterfly. I'm okay with losing the Catterfly. It is the least useful thing here. And so I'm okay with losing it. I haven't, but I would be okay with it. And the fact is that since the corpse mare is stealing life, it's going to have so much life that my Tigraki warrior shouldn't be able to be touched. That's the idea. And if Ogress happens to die, she summons the fortress gate unless she gets stunned, but she will summon. So that is how all of that works out. Anyway, let's get rid of her. Lots of brown, please. Don't have to target skulls because she was already dead. Now here is where I keep making mistakes because I keep getting distracted. Don't try to cast on Sunita until Sunita is stunned because otherwise you can't target him. So hit with Ogress first to stun him, then hit him with Tigraki Warrior. And then you can use whatever, like this, and say bye-bye. My opinion of Catterfly beyond this event. You know, it's an okay mana generator. I like the nature link. That is always useful. I'm never going to use it at the front of a team because it has no skull damage reduction, so this is completely useless. So there are so many troops that do mana generation for green better. I will never use this outside of Bounty unless I'm, have no other choice. Hey, welcome! I don't know how to say your name. I apologize. Uh, I'm not even going to attempt it because I think it would be offensive for me to try. But welcome. I'll call you W. Welcome, W. How are we doing? We're almost halfway through 20. We're not going to make it tonight, I think. Yes, I'm not going to try. Um, somebody told, it was Bill Warhammer, I think, told Tacit that he should try to pronounce Colleen the other day on one of his streams, and he looked at the name, he said, Colon? He said, wait, that can't be right. Like, oh my gosh. Tacit is so funny. Oh, Valraven! Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to yell. This is where Catterfly comes in. If we stall out with Ogress, instead of taking a match, we try for a match 4 with Catterfly. Hope for the best, and sometimes I get it, just like I just did right now. So, I am going to take this guy out first because I don't want him enchanting and healing Sunita for the sake of my team. I don't want that. Am I going to take the skulls? Yes, I'm going to take the skulls. Use the Catterfly. Perfect. Not quite perfect. Almost perfect. Oh, Anthony, you're in Bill's guild. Awesome. Oh, I almost cast again. Stun with Ogress first before you cast with Tigraki Warrior. Doesn't matter on the Corpse Mare because it always targets the first enemy, but if you want to do direct targeting on Sunita, you have to get it stunned first, or kill every other troop first. Either way. I'm Gonna do that one. Nope, I'm actually gonna take the skulls. And we've got this. Waha. And I got 2 more sigils, so maybe I'll be able to finish tonight. That'd be great. I doubt it. I do have tips. Oh, you crafted Pan yesterday and got your first 10-star kingdom. Exciting. Oh, getting those power levels up makes such a huge difference. You will start getting, once you start getting those power levels up and you start getting all of those tributes pouring in every hour, it makes such a huge difference. Huge difference. Ruben says, when you end event, could you build a team with him if you have it? With Pan, of course. Absolutely, I have a wonderful Pan team. As long as you have Queen Beatrix. Otherwise, I will come up with a different one for you. Winnie says, I had a good week, was able to finish Elderzor and Mirrored Hall's Pure Faction. 500! Only 6 factions to go. That is so impressive, Winnie. Congrats on that. That is amazing. Very cool. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Let him have the skulls. I'm okay with that. Ah, not enough. Not enough mana. Oh, and I didn't loop. Darn. Okay, take care of him so that he can't enchant peoples. Get some mana. Really want to cast with Tigraki, but I'll do this first. Lots of brown, yes. Alright, so I can take her out. Oh, Bree wants to know how high your horde was at each faction. Bree is Erlianden. Erlianden. Bree, I'm sorry, I still can't pronounce that. Okay. We'll do this. What's with all this yellow? Alright. Yeah, I tried doing Mirrored Hall's Pure Faction yesterday, actually. It was yesterday. It's just yesterday. It didn't turn out so well. I faced a room full of dragons and it was going well for a while, but then they kept spawning, and then it just did not go my way, so not my first, oh yeah, right. It wasn't my first failure there, that's for sure. Winnie says, thanks, Genki. Did you give All Seeing Eye another try? I did. Yes. And it didn't work. However, I saw how well the skulls cascade when you're able to get alignment. I got so unlucky on that one run that we did together. I can't believe how unlucky I was to have not a single thing line up for me with the skulls. Mirrored Denise says, Mirrored Hall's pretty easy faction, but Elderzor, it's, Urgh. Here, I will add this on for you. There you go. Urgh. Oh no. Yeah, I'm still working on getting pure factions done. I have the first 2 battles done for All Seeing Eye, I think, and then I decided to wait to do any more until till I have more of a boost from campaign. I thought that might be good. Might be good to wait. This is perfect. Perfect. That one. Worst faction in terms of troops. Probably Labyrinth. I might try, what's it called? Emperina Czar? Emperina Czar. Might try that someday. I know it's going to be incredibly aggravating because of all of the healing, and it could take an hour to do the final battle. But the aggravation from Labyrinth, even on low levels, is too much for me. Ugh, Labyrinth, no. Don't like. Do not like. Hellgate and Labyrinth are the worst by far. And Winnie would know because Winnie has most of the pure factions done. Oh, I admire your perseverance. I guess pure faction is terrible. Alright, do this. I think if I go look at Gemologica, I can tell at a glance. Well, I can go and count how many pure factions I've done, but it would take me just a second to do that. But I have not done a lot. Bree says, I need to do Pure Faction 500 on Labyrinth, and I have no intention of doing it anytime in the next year. I don't blame you. Oh, it's so horrible. Oh, that place. Ugh. Okay, I'm just loading up Gemologica real quickly. I'll come back here while it's loading. Just take a minute for Gemologica to load. Alrighty, lost the mana I was just going to take. Oh, fine. No, I don't want blue, I want purple. Yes, this will do. Let me finish this battle and then I will go look at that. Ooh. Do this first. When I said, Denise says, worst faction, Fangmore, Labyrinth, and number 1, Lyrasa's Lair. Oh. Huh. Ribbon says, will new maps mean an extra 500 to do? Better not. Oh my god. Or will it stay the same, but you can choose where to do it? That's what I don't know. All I know is the exact phrasing that I gave you, that there will be new troops and new maps for existing factions. That is the way she said it. So, yeah, I'm not real sure. Emperinazar is really easy to my surprise because you actually can't really die because of the legendary, but just like you said, the fights are very long. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. All right, I'm gonna have to do this. And then do this. And then Will's done, but I don't have Tigraki ready. Oh, it's gonna have full mana no matter what I do. Ugh. Alright, and get brown, and there we go. You did it your first try! Wow! I was able to do Ilithia my first try. I was shocked. I did not expect to do it on my first try, so I didn't record the first part of that final battle. I was so surprised. So Ilithia for me has been my easiest pure faction. Aw. That helps. Do this. And, I got a Steam pop-up over the lion's face. I couldn't see what it said. I didn't know how much, if I could take it out with skulls or not. All right, let me look at this real quickly. Gemologica, where is it? 2500. So we've got Ilithia, Depths of Sin, Dark Court, Silver Necropolis. That's 4. Wild Court, the Black Heart, and the Deep Hive and a Manathrax. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've only done 8 pure factions so far. But I only recently started trying to do pure factions. So, come on, Valraven. Come on, Valraven. Yes! Oh, yay. That was cool. And I'm taking it out first so I don't lose it. So I'm just going to target Tigraki, mana for Tigraki Warrior. Perfect. And we'll worry about the darn tree afterwards. There we go. And it hit itself. Denny said, the first time I spent more than 1 hour on the last fight, but the second time no more than 40 minutes for the whole faction. It makes me tired just thinking about it. Seriously. Oh, those long battles. Just not my idea of fun. All right, let's see. Nope, gotta hit it again. Perfect. Pure faction will be end game for me. I want stats as high as I can before trying. Yeah, I don't blame you, Ruben. Like I said, I didn't start trying pure faction till recently, and it's because I got my power levels and kingdom levels up so high that my stats are crazy high now, compared to what they used to be. So Pamela says, I need to start pure faction, but need to save up some gems. Went on a pet buying spree and now gems are low. Yeah, I understand that completely. I know this one well, as I spent quite a lot of gems leveling up my soul forge. Spent a lot of gems on this event. I spent a lot of gems on the Tower of Doom. I still don't have my Soul Forge fully leveled. It would cost me another 1,000 gems to do it. And, you know, I have this much, and I want to be able to spend my gems on events when they come up. So I really don't want to drop down too much further. Let's see how we're doing here. Rewards. Oh, we're not going to make it. Unless I get another Valraven, which I doubt. Bree says, all pure faction 500s I've done are when the factions are introduced. Only? You haven't done any without potions, Bree? I know you've been trying Silver Necropolis, and that's been a real pain, but potions for the win. I think I've only done 2 Pure Faction 500s with potions. I think, or maybe it was 3. It might have been 3. Select a row, that one. No, let's do that again. Oh, come on. I was 1 mana short. Bummer. Alright, fine. Ah, match 5. Oh, that's exactly what I needed, but I can't. Gotta stun it first. I almost forgot again. Ah. There we go. This one does 44. Yes, that should do it. Perfect. Do this. Blow things up. Kapow! This one, almost done. I think I have 1 battle left, and that is it, and that is all. Well, it's being difficult. There we go. Yay! Okay, unless I get a Valraven, I won't be able to finish tonight. But I can wait till tomorrow. I just wanted to get all of my sigils used up, and I'll finish tomorrow. So, for those of you that do finish your pure faction, you're going to end up, if you do it today or tomorrow, you're probably going to have sigils left over. And what I recommend is choosing level 1, put your fastest team on it, use your double Ironhawk or your single Ironhawk team and blow through those levels and get extra class experience, because they're 2 experience per battle, and you can't get battles any faster than a level 1 bounty with your fastest team. Unless you're going for leaderboard, put those sigils to good use. What up? Hold on a second. 47. Yes, I can do it this time. Wahaha. Winnie says, the 6 faction I have left are City of Thieves, Hellgate, Sunken Fleet, Werewoods, Dark Pits, and Dripping Caverns. Ugh. All not that fun without potions or very high horde. Ugh. Take the skulls. Oh, I forgot. I forgot because I got distracted. Oh well. Oops. Oops. Alright, now I can target him. Ha, 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 ha. 45? Yes, I can do that. And we'll take this one out with Tigraki. Nice. That was my last battle, right? Awesome. So let's see how far I got. If I had caught that one Valraven that got away, I would have been able to finish. Because I would have had 2 extra. One more sigil would have gotten me 6,000 points, up to 79,000. So, bummer deal, dude. Anyway, what I was saying was pick one of these early levels, put your fastest team in here, and get those 2 class experience per battle really fast. So, what's this? No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, I'm going to change this back to my Medal of Anu and head into the dungeon. Bree says he needs a lot of sacred treasures. Yeah. I've just been extraordinarily lucky with sacred treasures. I have over 40, I think. Oh, the pan team, absolutely. Let me grab that for you. Hold on a second. I'll even use it here in in the dungeon. It's really, really simple. Um, assuming that you have Beatrix. Beatrix and Pan were made to go together. And let's see this one. All right. We got, you can use Leprechaun, you can use something else, but I love the fast mana from Leprechaun. It's just my play style. We've got Pan, of course, which we will put in the 3rd slot. We've got Queen Beatrix, which we put in the 2nd slot. And for the weapon, all you need is Mountain Crusher. You can use the Glaive of Many Goats or one of the other, let's see, or the Radiant Jewel. Either one would be absolutely fine here, but the Mountain Crusher will work just fine. We've got Queen Beatrix that's creating green and brown, which will feed the Mountain Crusher. Mountain Crusher blows things up, gets stuff for Queen Beatrix. But the thing is about this team, the reason why they're so good together is because every time you get a match 4, all wild folk allies are gaining 1 life and magic. Every time, and this is going to go up and up and up every time we get a match 4. So let me put in a good banner here, and I will give you the team code in a second. So let me do that. Let's do plus brown plus green. Or plus green plus brown. That is much better. And then for the class, if you go with Bard, your hero will be Wild Folk, and you will get +1 to life and magic whenever you match 4 gems. However, there's really no reason to do that when you use Mountain Crusher unless you're not blowing up many brown gems. Unless you have a lower magic, there's no reason to buff your hero. Not with the Mountain Crusher. It just means more gems will explode, and there aren't even 42 brown gems that can be on the board, basically. So I don't bother with that unless I'm using something like the Radiant Jewel, which would work just fine in here. Let's see. So I'm just... Hold on, I'm going to read that in a second. I'm just thinking what would be best for this. So if you want to... If you're fighting something high, like you're doing level 12 explorers, then I would say to use something with rock solid. Like Elementalist is going to be the safest. There's Titan, there's Rune Priest, there's Monk. There are different ones that have that rock solid, where is it? Barrier when matching brown gems. So I saw something about a power orb. What's this? Winnie. Oh, and I was so lucky as I opened all my vault keys last week. Oh my gosh, besides all the gems, diamonds, and all the good stuff, I had 3 power... What? 3 power orbs in 10 minutes? That is crazy. No wonder you're so excited. That is awesome. I have found 2 power orbs since they came out. And of course, you have no use for power orbs anymore until something comes to the game that uses them. Somebody asked in the Infinity+2 stream whether there will be new troops that use power orbs. She didn't answer. So, anyway, I'm putting Rune Priest on this because I already have Titan fully maxed. I have so many teams that use Elementalist already. Feel free to change that or even use Bard if you decide to go with a different weapon. But I will show you this in the dungeon, and then I'll take it to a level 12 explorer and show you there. Oh yes, and we have story time too. All right, let's see. He is, well, this was 92, I think. Let's see. All the power orbs you have, you've crafted. So let's get some match 4s. Well, you know, kill things. Up to 95. No, it didn't change, but I need to take this to a level 12 explorer. I'm just going to blow through these so quickly. Make sure to get your gem bounty every day, especially on Sundays. Fantastic deal for diamonds. All right, let me grab this too. Oh, match 4. Okay. 93. 95. So every single time I get a match, 97. Every time I'm getting 2 more damage. And it's not just for Pan, it's also for Queen Beatrix because she is a wild folk. So there we go again. It's beautiful. We're going to do this. You are welcome. I'm just going to go ahead and do this, take out 3 of those guys, and then worry about this last guy. Yeah, it's not as fast as Phoenicia, but does not matter. We started with 93 damage, and now we're up to 103 damage per enemy, so this is really fun to use in delves. You can use this. I've used this team with King Silenus. King Silenus is a wild folk and gives, well, I'll just show you. King Silenus is from Pan's Veil and gives all wild folk 50% mana start. You don't really need it because you've got so much mana coming from the leprechaun and you have more staying power using the leprechaun than you do with King Silenus because I never cast with him. I mean, I could, but I never do. I don't know why. Just not one of my troops that I like to use. All right, let's go to Divinian Fields simply because I've got 20% Mythstone bonus here, and we'll do a level 12 Explorer with the Pan team. Just remember that Elementalist is the safest bet for any team. That doesn't make it the best, it just makes it the safest. So, okay, a mana for Queen Bee, please. No mana surge. Did I change the banner? I think I did. Yes, I did. It was plus green. Got it. Let's see how high we can get the attack here. I forgot to check what her base was, but this he's already to 100 and whoop. Let's make that 103. There we go. The Queen Beatrix she's a beast. I mean, she's just so good. We'll go ahead and do that. And the fewer enemies you have here, the harder Queen Beatrix hits. We're up to 136 true scatter damage. It's just crazy. I love it. All right. I'll do that. Boink, boink, boink. Beast. Yes, she is a beast. Oh, you're funny. Hello, Ufol. Welcome. It's not as late as I thought it was. It's not even 3 o'clock yet, so I'm really happy to see that. I really need to get some sleep tonight because I have an appointment tomorrow afternoon. Early afternoon. So hopefully I can get some sleep tonight like I did last night. That would be very appreciated. Oh, I forgot I had Leprechaun here. Whoops. Okay. No, I don't want to cast Pan yet, thank you. Matter of fact, I want that. And that. And that. Gotta love it. There's another one. Right, on the next battle, I need to look and see what Queen Bee's base damage is so I can see how much it's going up every time I get these match fours. It's crazy. All right, no, let's do this first and then we'll go ahead and cast with Pan. Oh, fine. Okay, get these match fours and I'd rather do true damage because Atlanta's her armor got buffed up to almost 200 points. Anyway, if you don't have Queen Beatrix, what you could use in place of her, I would suggest anything that's going to cause a lot of match fours, because that's going to raise the damage. Every time you get a match four, the damage goes up, and that's why Pan is cool, is because he's raising the damage on all of the troops that are wild folk. Oh, look, mana for everyone. Joy. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast this. Nice. Right, so anything that, like maybe one of the trolls, the forest troll, to make lots and lots of green, um, and maybe use a weapon that actually damages, or maybe, I don't know, haven't thought about it. How you doing, Ufo? Welcome in. Oh. 95, huh? See, can I drop it? Ah, there's one. There's Beatrix. Oh, I love all the match fours. I am well. I'm feeling good tonight. Always a nice thing. Problem is, I'm a little bit wired. It's gonna make it hard for me to sleep. That part is unfortunate, but I'm glad to have some energy. It is so nice to have some energy. Mini boss. Okay, this time I'm looking. She starts with 106 true scatter damage, so let's see what she has by the time we finish the battle. Mana helps. Mana will help a lot. Yes, thank you. Oh. Okay, taking that to get rock solid. Match four. Yes, I'll take that match four. Leaving that one to try and seed the board to have more green on the board to help me loop. I was hoping that did not work out, but I did still loop, so do this one more time. She's up to 132 true scatter damage. She's just awesome. We'll just go ahead and take all of the match fours now because I want to cast with Pam just because, you know, what's the point in having him except to boost her spell? I mean, even just for boosting her spell is cool. Alright, mythic boss battle. Hello. There we go. Did anyone else have a ton of lagging right at reset? It was lagging so badly when I was trying to put together teams for Bounty. Oops, got that reflect going there. Huh. Fine, Wish Gems. Just be that way. Try to get some more damage done here before she starts adding Reflect. Ah, she didn't loop. How nice. She took the brown, which I wasn't paying attention to, but that worked out all right. See, do this and this. Wahaha. Yeah, she's doing true damage. And I'm just going to take him out with Beatrix. Don't want to lose out on my tokens. Possible token of Anu or Nisha. Come on! Tokens! Huh. Ah, well, I did get 3 though, so that's nice. I wonder how my medals are doing. Let's take a look at that. That is the wrong place. No, that is the right place. No, let's just go here. That's a lot better. All right. Nope, because I have them on teams. There we go. So I have 3 Nishas, 5 Anu. Medals of Seasons is back up to 12. Use so many of them meddling Mistralis and trying to meddle Scourge of Honor. Tons of medals of Orpheus. That's, I don't have a lot. But I've got my 3 medals of Nisha. I have nothing to complain about. I'm just saying for meddling troops purposes. Okie dokie. Oh. Let's see. I need to bank. Where was it? I lost a run. Was it here? No. But I'll take that. Thanks. And get that done. Just banking some Delve Scrolls for later. Does anybody have any questions or requests while I'm looking at this stuff? You should start working on getting your 3rd Nisha medal. It really helps to get through those bounty battles more quickly. I love that. So the only time I use all 3 medal Nishas is when I'm doing bounty. Where did I lose a battle today? I lost a delve somewhere. It was today. You'd think I'd be able to remember that. Nope. Ruben says, question, if you have a mana medal and troop that starts at 75%, does that mean 95% or it doesn't stack? Let me go in here. Let's go into something that's not meddled. Well, actually, let's go lower rarity because that'll make more difference. So, actually, that's too low. Hold on. Here, let's go up to, say, epic. There we go. All right, let's say I were going to meddle the apothecary. So, I can put in 3 of these. That will give me a 100% chance. You can't go above 100%, but whatever it says on this blue bar here is the percentage chance you have to actually meddle it. So somehow I managed to meddle Mistralis to gold with Medals of Seasons. I got lucky, or unlucky. It did cost me over 40 of them to do it, but I got it done without using a Medal of Nisha. Did that answer your question or not? I am not quite sure that I answered that correctly. Oh, I see. All right, so you mean the medals of Anu, I'm assuming. The ones that give you the 20% starting mana. The medal of Anu is the only medal in the game that doesn't stack. Every other one does. The medals of Nisha that give you that awesome extra magic. The medals and badges in the world event, whatever it may be. Everything else will give you will stack. So if you use 3 medals of guard, for instance, you're going to have plus 16, 24, plus 24 armor for all of your troops. But you can only have 20% starting mana. I'm going to cough again. Hold on. Wada, 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 wada. I needed that. Alright, let me see. Dwergaroth is one I've been working on. Trying to get the renown up. Trying to get to level 500 on all of the factions that, like Falrost. All of the factions that have a link to Magic Kingdoms, like Blighted Lands and Karakoth and Silverglade. Oh my gosh, hold on. I have a tickle in my throat. I apologize. Alright, so I already have it at Silverglade, Silver Necropolis over here. The one that Bree's been struggling with so much. I did do Faction 500 here, Pure Faction. And so I got the pet, the level 20 pet for my Magic Kingdom, but that Magic Kingdom can't go up as high as these other ones, so I'm working on the others. I think Eldrazor is another one. Zulkari, yep. Eldrazor is another. I need to do Pure Faction here. But I hear from you folks that it's going to suck, so I will probably wait on that until I've got some more buffs from the campaign to start that. All-Seeing Eye we talked about earlier, and yes, I did the first 2 battles, and I haven't been brave enough to start number 3 yet. Might do that. If y'all want me to, I'll work on that before we stop streaming. Otherwise, we can work on other things, like anything you want. Let me check my guild. Oh, yes, here's something I can do, actually. I forgot. We are not finished with this yet, and so I might as well do this while I'm waiting for you guys to let me know what you want to do. Yes, okay. Do that. Perfect. I'm liking this team for the world event that has the fire lizard at front doing the double skull damage versus burning enemies, because basically I can burn them all just like that because of Flaming Oni. I don't want to cast this because it creates a whole bunch of red, and this guy's going to double all of the red on the board, and I don't want him to start looping. This is blue to Doom Skulls. I don't have alignment. Boo, hiss. So we'll go for this instead. Ah, that was close. All right, do this. I've got alignment from my Doom Crossbow. Woohoo! Ah. I forgot about the spell buff from my medal and my badge, and didn't realize I could have just ended that much earlier. I was thinking I was on a much higher level. Ruben says, does having a medal of Anu on a start with 50% mana mean you start with 70? No, you cannot get more than, no. So if you have mana source from one of the classes, it gives you a 50% mana start. The highest one is going to come first. It's either going to be 20 or it's going to be whatever's highest, which would be 50. So you do not get an extra bonus on top of. You get one or the other, not both. You cannot stack those. Sorry. I know. I'm kind of glad, though, that we can't, because that would really, really suck for people that don't have medals of Anu and have no way of getting them early on. So I think it's really better this way. My personal opinion on the matter. Give me something more difficult. I want to get some points for my guild. I'll buy more sigils if I need to, but if I don't have to, that would be great. Burn all the enemies so I can do that. Waha, 120 damage with one hit. Yes. Bree says, imagine if it was like that in Guild Wars for the defenders. Exactly. I do not want to have defenders in Guild Wars starting, or within any PvP battle starting with 70% mana. That would be awful. I would not like that at all. Oh, there's a lot of brown I don't need. Got the blue alignment. If I can just keep them from touching this for one turn. Oh, it's gonna make me take it. Aww. Bummer. Oh well. Let's try this. Not quite. It's alright, I can take a hit. Ruben says, that's what I meant earlier, thanks. So many numbers and stats make rules like this hard to know. Yeah, I know. And I think that Gems of War has a good tutorial for beginners. But once you start getting into the game, there are so many questions. So many things there are to know. Pardon, there are so many things to know in this game that's why I make tiny tutorials and why I'm always happy to answer questions on my streams, because there's so much to know and it takes a long time to learn all of this stuff. Okay, no possibility of this backfiring, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to blow things up and do it again. And Mr. Extreme, welcome in. I am having a little cough problem right now. I'm going to drink some more water. Mr. Extreme says, the medals of Anu used to stack. Is that what you meant by that? That it used to be like that? Sorry. Willy Foo says, oh, I tried installing Gems of War on my mobile phone, but stuck with tutorial. Yes. The way that you are able to do that, you have to save your profile online. You have to save your profile, and then you can load your profile when you go into Gems of War. It'll ask you if you want to use a saved profile, something like that. Oh wow, I can't. I'm so glad they changed that. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Ugh, sorry. Did I buy the Elite Pass for the campaign? Not yet. I have not. I plan to, though, if only for Goblet. Baby Goblet is so adorable, and I can't resist. Must have Baby Goblet. Oh, I love how he was looping for a while there. I don't have a cough. I just have a tickle in my throat. I do not know what's up with that. Okay. No, we're gonna do this. Guild Wars was murder. I bet. W says, I get it. She's cute. She is adorable. Bree says, I like getting lower rewards all at once. Yeah, I do too. Where do you save your profile? Hold on, I'll look that up for you. Give me a minute. I have alignment. I can blow things up. Yay! I love blowing things up. Ah! Shagra is going to kill me. But not if I kill her first. So let's see what I can do about that. She's going to turn all red into skulls. So, yeah, let's blow things up. Of course, there's Firestorm right now. So, yep. She got me. She got me good, but I will get her back. Kapow! I will head over to that right now, Smasher T. Yeah, I had a secondary profile that I created for doing tutorials for people that were brand new to the game. You might have seen some of my first steps videos, maybe. And I lost the profile because I had to uninstall and reinstall the program, but I hadn't saved the profile online. I had to set it up with a different email. But, Ruben says, you made me remember, how is verdict on Wish Gems post Guild Wars? You know what? I don't hate Wish Gems. They're not so bad, and you know why? And I'll do a video on it, I just haven't done it yet. The reason why Wish Gems aren't terrible is because you cannot match them. You have to blow them up, which means they're not necessarily going to affect you or the other team. So, anyway, let's go into settings here and see if I can figure out where that is. It's probably under account. Register account right here. So go to settings, click on account, register account. This is where you go Willy Foo, this is where you will go when you have saved your account online. Then you can recover it here. Just make sure that you do the right account. Um, and then I'm certainly not clicking on that. No, I'm glad I didn't have that set where you could see it. That would have been bad. I'm sure somebody out there would have been trolling me if I had shown that. Okay, let's go back into the event again. Any requests or questions, let me know. And head in here and do my last battle, unless I get a Valraven, of course. You're welcome. I should do a tutorial on that because, you know, if you had to ask, then I'm sure there are lots of people that don't know. Not had to, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Ah, this one is immune to burn, which means I can't do the double skull damage on him, so I need to kill him some other way. Like with skulls, maybe? Look at all the burning gems. Ooh. Oh, I stunned him and now he's on fire! Yes. Where did I get the stun? Wait, am I using... I'm not... Oh, this is it. 50% chance to stun a random enemy at the start of my turn. I forgot. So War Priest has that one thing about it that's super useful. I didn't want to use Elementalist because at some point I'm going to have it completely leveled up and I would like to continue using it for a while. But yeah, that's where my stun came from, and that means this guy can have double damage from skulls. So, yay! Especially since I have Doom Crossbow. Woohoo! Story time! Yeah, let's do story time. Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Double skull damage. So, we were talking the other night. Wait a minute. Young Warthog asked me to give her some warning before we start with so, let me check in with Young Warthog, make sure we don't have young uns around because it's going to be a little disturbing in some ways. It's going to be amazing. It's an amazing set of things I have to tell you, but some of it could be upsetting to some people. So, my eldest sitting next to me has never heard these stories. No, you haven't. I've never told you. Right. Oh, Beverly's killing it. She always does. Shop rewards. Better. Much better. Okay, so I think I need to go and... She may be putting the young one to bed. I'm not sure. Oh, you just got perfect timing. Perfect timing so you can hear the story and no young ones around. So great. So the other day we were talking about children who say things that make you think, too bad you can't do that with the PlayStation. Do which with the PlayStation? Oh, you can't? Oh, noes. That would make me nervous. Um, so we were talking about children saying things that sounds like they are remembering past lives. For instance, one thing I mentioned, there are lots of stories that I saw online in a YouTube video that were really like, wow. But I have one of my own, which I told last time. I was in a store with my grandmother and I was looking thoughtfully at a very, very fancy dress. And I told her I used to wear dresses like this. And she said, really? When was that? And I said, when I was older. So it got me thinking, you know, if you don't believe in some of the things I'm going to tell you, that is fine. I will tell you that this story involves past lives and hypnosis and hypnotic regression. Now, if you don't believe in that stuff, I am fine with that. I will tell you that I am a skeptic. If somebody tells me that they're a psychic, I'm a skeptic. Somebody tells me that they're a hypnotist, I'm a skeptic. However, the people involved in this story are my mother and my grandmother, neither of which has ever lied to me or even tried to mislead me. So I know they're telling me the truth. Pamela says, definitely believe in reincarnation and past lives and have studied the subject religiously. So you're going to get a lot out of this conversation, Pamela. I'm glad somebody is definitely going to find this interesting. I think it's fascinating personally. All right, so a little about my mother. Um, she was in parochial school. They were Catholic. My grandmother and my mother, they were Catholic, so mom was going to parochial school, and my grandma was having a lot of health problems, a lot of allergies, and one of the major problems with my grandma is that she is was allergic to all of the canes, as in CAINE, as in lidocaine, epinephrine, anything. Well, that's not a cane, but anything that you could possibly use to numb up your mouth to have dental procedures done. She was allergic to all of them. And so she started going to a hypnotist and she learned how to hypnotize herself. And through the rest of her life, she was able to go to dental appointments, have major dental work done, and she could hypnotize herself into feeling no pain. That makes me a believer because that is horrible. I have horrible pain with being numbed up. So I know that what grandma could do was real. That and the fact that, as I said, she's never ever lied to me. Hello, Benito. You just got here in time for story time. We are talking about actually hypnosis and hypnotic regression, and this involves my family members, not some weirdo off the street that I don't know. Hi, Clinton. You also made it just in time for story time. Did you? Hopefully, you caught all of that I just went over. Anyway, just to sum it up, Grandma learned how to hypnotize herself. She was very good at it. And my mother, in parochial school, any team with bounty bonus. What do you mean? Besides the ones in the description and what I showed earlier in the stream? I already did bounty, sorry. But I can go over that. I can interrupt the story and go over that again if you need me to. I don't mind. Um, anyway, where am I going to do this? I'm just going to do a quick explore. Um, because I can't do a delve and talk about this at the same time. No, no what? I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, continue story. Okay. So, um, anyway, my mother was very young. She had to have been 13 years old or less. And my mom was really interested in the fact that grandma was doing this hypnosis thing, right? And she decided that she was going to hypnotize one of her friends from parochial school. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Can you imagine the Catholic nuns finding out that one of their students was trying to hypnotize another one of their students? That would have been really, really bad. So Grandma found out about it and she intervened. Let me read Young Warthog's story. Not sure how reliable hypnosis is with pain, but there really is something mind over matter when it comes to pain. Overcoming an allergic reaction is a whole nother level, though. No, she did not overcome her. I'm sorry, I wasn't clear enough. She was able to go to dental appointments, have nothing to numb up her mouth, and hypnotize herself into not feeling what they were doing. She didn't hypnotize herself out of allergic reactions. She still had allergies for the rest of her life. Anyway, so, oh my goodness. Grandma intervened and she said, no, I, why don't you hypnotize me instead? And mom was like, okay. And basically, grandma um, walked her through it, how to do it, and then grandma actually helped mom put her under. I mean, she was very good at hypnosis and being put under because she did it to herself all the time. So, mom basically said the words and grandma helped, right? Whatever, however they did it. I wasn't there. It was years ago. Anyway, let me tell you, I'm going to interrupt the story for just a second and tell you how I found out about this story. I did an interview with my mother and my grandmother years ago. Grandma passed away in the year 2000, and so it was before 2000. This story is so memorable, I've never forgotten, and I did record it. Unfortunately, I cannot find it, but um, anyway, mom put grandma under. Willie Foo says I can kind of disassociate pain with some focus for a limited amount of time, though it only works on limbs if they have to be away, or they have to be away from the body's core. Hold on. Sorry. All right. So now grandma is under hypnosis, and my mother says to her, I want you to tell me about your last birthday party. And my mother was suddenly speaking to a very old woman, about 90 years old, who was describing the party in front of her and all of the people, the pheasant under glass, very, very detailed information about this party. And the little old lady was saying, Good morning, Kim Barnes. Oh, you missed the start of story time. I'm sorry that you're coming in a little late, but I'll recap very quickly. My mom put my grandma under hypnosis basically when she was my mom was like 13 years old. And mom asked grandma to tell her about her last birthday party. That's the gist of it. So when she did, and my mom is talking to this old woman and she doesn't understand what's going on. And the old woman's talking about this party and she's saying, There's so many people here, there's so much noise, I just wish they'd all go away. Mom was really confused, understandably. I thought the grandmother said, Good morning, Kim Barnes. Sorry about that. Um, and Mom was confused, and I will interrupt the story for a second here to tell you what happened was Mom said, Tell me about your last birthday party. And at that point in my grandmother's life, she had never had a birthday party. So basically, she skipped back to her last birthday party, which was in her last lifetime. And so, hey, Noonie. Um, so mom's at a loss. She's not sure what's going on. So she says, Tell me about the most memorable thing that ever happened to you. And this is where it gets really, this is where it could trigger some people because what grandma remembered was from the Holocaust. She was Jewish. She was on a train. She got pulled off by the Germans, and they started doing. I don't know male or female. I didn't catch that part at that time, but they started. To put it mildly, they started doing a medical procedure on her without any kind of numbing. So grandma was screaming, and mom, again, she had no idea what was going on. And so she said, Tell me about the saddest thing you've ever experienced. Well, she used those words again, ever. Tell me the words, the most you've ever experienced. And grandma started describing the scene in front of her. She was on a balcony and a man was being herded down a street or a corridor. There were people everywhere. People were crying. Some of them were crying. Some of them were happy. Some of them were cheering. The man had been nailed to, you know, a thing with his arms spread and he had a a thorny crown. Basically, what she witnessed was Jesus being herded to be crucified. Um, Now, at this point, Grandma was sobbing uncontrollably. Mom could not get through to her. She didn't know what to do, but Grandma was able to bring herself out of it, thankfully. Now, whether or not you believe this is past life stuff or whether this is something her mind fabricated or something, you can come up with all kinds of explanations. You can explain this stuff away. What you believe is up to you. Either way, to me, it's a fascinating story, what happened that day. So, anywho. I have more stories that are interesting like that that aren't disturbing. They're like, oh wow type of stories, but not like that. So UFO says, I was in Auschwitz. It's a terrible place, but worth going. Ah, oh gosh, you scared me for a second. I'm glad that you just visited it. Young Warthog says, whatever it was, sounds like it was pretty intense. Yes, indeed. Yes. I don't know if Mom ever tried hypnotizing anyone again after that. Let's see, War Priest, that is Groshnak. No, not Groshnak. Where? Hold on. Troops. Class. War Priest. Customize. Class info. Leonis Empire. Really? Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Aww. Alright. I still need a pet to get the power level up here. Bummer. Oh, that's gonna be a while. Okay, not gonna worry about that then. Pamela said, W says he lives near Auschwitz. Sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sure. And Pamela says there are so many studies where past lives have been proven. One case where the toddler remembers he was in World War II. I have heard some amazing stories. I will tell you just one that was in a snippet on YouTube because it really stood out to me. Um, this family was in a cab, and this little boy in the car, he started describing things from that neighborhood that they had never been to before. And he pointed at a Claire's. Claire's is a jewelry shop. He pointed at the Claire's and he said, and I used to play with the puppies at that pet store. And the taxi driver started freaking out because there used to be a pet store there when he was growing up. So I thought that was pretty cool. Amazing stories, some amazing stuff. Um, I've I've seen too many things to not believe that there are past lives, and it kind of has shaped my belief in what the meaning of life is about, which I mentioned before. That I think it's all about learning, and we keep getting the same lessons over and over again until we finally learn our lesson, and then we move on to new lessons until what? Till we ascend? I don't know. I can't say as far as that goes, but I do think that we will keep reincarnating until we learn all the lessons there are to learn. Don't know what comes after that. Anyway, Pamela says, personally, I feel like I was a medicine woman in a past life. Could be. Absolutely. The hypnotic regression can help people remember those things, but as I understand it. But I also, as I said earlier, I am a skeptic. And I have trouble believing in anybody that says that they're a psychic or that they can hypnotize, even though I've seen things in my own family that prove to me that some of this stuff is real. There are so many charlatans out there. It's hard to trust a stranger on that kind of thing. Ruben says, I would like to believe because it would mean a version of me gets to see the future, but I feel if it was true, it would be more common. There are a lot of stories online about things. One of the videos I just watched was creepy things kids say, and yeah, like two things in the video were actually creepy, but the rest of it just sounded like they were remembering past lives. And As far as I'm concerned, if this is the case, if we are being reincarnated and we are living lives and we continue to come back until we learn things, and reincarnation is real. Genki-san! Welcome, Brian! Um, what? I lost my train of thought. Um, oh no. Oh no, I lost it. Oh, I'm sad. What was I gonna say? I was saying if it was real. Kim Barnes says, wow, I remember the first time I really understood this subject was after watching a movie called Audrey Rose. It dealt with hypnosis and reincarnation. Gracious. Let's see. I was saying that it's hard to trust a stranger, especially with hypnosis, if they really can hypnotize you. I mean, the idea of hypnotic suggestion scares me a little bit. Apparently, they can't suggest you do something you normally wouldn't do, but it's still a little worrisome to me. But I can't remember what I was going to say. Yes, equip, please. Pamela says, there is an author, Dolores Cannon, who was a hypnotic regressionist, and her books depict hundreds of regressions which contain information about past lives from across the universe. Smasher T says, I think you would really like the short story The Egg by Andy Ware. There is an animate version on YouTube, or an animated version on YouTube. Cool. Pamela says, and yes, so many frauds in the world of the paranormal, which is why I remain super skeptical too. And that's the thing. There are so many dishonest people out there that prey on the gullible or prey on people that desperately, desperately want to believe. And it hurts my heart that they're taking advantage of these people. And it's also why I'm a skeptic. But I've seen too much to believe that it's otherwise. Goodness gracious, what was I saying? I would like to believe it because it would mean a version of me gets to see the future. But I feel if it was true, it would be more common. And I started talking about the creepy things kids say videos, and then I had a point, and I'm so sorry I lost it. Maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe not. I don't know. Humph. Well, shoot. Let's see if we can get rid of him. Yeah, cool. I'm going to change my metals. Put in this so that doesn't happen again. Perfect. Let me see. Huh. Ufol, if you are good in your life, you will be reborn as, for example, someone healthy, higher in the social hierarchy. And if you're bad, you will be reborn lower? No. I don't think that's what it means, because I think that somebody that's born filthy rich and has no idea what it's like to be poor may be reborn as somebody that's poor so that they will understand what it's like to struggle, or that kind of thing. And it's not a karma thing. It's just about learning. That is my opinion anyway. Let me pick that up. Oh, thank you for the link, Smasher T. I see you message something to me. Thank you. I will check that out after the stream. Hold on. Young Warthog says, have experienced a couple of things that I couldn't explain. Am also highly skeptical of psychics. With Ruben on reincarnation, experiencing the future in some way would be nice. I remember what I was going to say. I remember. Thank you. So, what I was saying is that if all of this is not just conjecture, if all of this is something that's real and reincarnation is something that is a given, that we all do, I think, in my opinion, it is a blessing that most of us don't remember anything from our past lives. Can you imagine going through your life and finding out that you were a horrible, horrible person in your past life? You shouldn't have to carry the burden of something you did into your past life into this life. That's not right. Because if you can remember all those things and everybody else can remember all those things, maybe they'll hold something against you from something you did 3 lifetimes ago, right? It would also explain why there is such a thing as seeing someone for the first time and instantly hating them for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Likewise, it would explain why people fall in love at first sight. And, you know, my, no, I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, it's a really interesting topic, and, um, yeah, I just, I didn't know when I was going to be able to share that story. Got the story over 20 years ago. I finally was able to give that to people and share that story, and I think that's pretty cool. I got some other cool stories from that day also. I just wasted my myth stones. Oh well. Uh, Pam, let's see. Ruben says, also, we would have proof, like in your current self knows details of a past life, you can track it down and see if it's correct. And some of these stories that I have seen of children talking about things, telling their parents not believing them, they track down the details and it's all true. That really reinforces my belief in reincarnation. Pamela says, I am glad people don't remember their past lives. Could you imagine the ego on some people if they remembered they were something special or something awful? Yeah, either way. And not just the burden of guilt. How about the burden of loss, losing your whole family, but by the time you're old enough to track them down, they've passed? Yeah. Yep. It's just, that's why I say that if reincarnation is a real thing, I think it is a gift that we don't remember for the most part. Or that we have these memories at first and we lose them as we age. Because it would be a terrible burden to carry. Ruben says, how will you learn if you can't remember? That's why I love The Good Place. I would like to remember them all. Doctor Who, baby. Uh, I think that if you learn, if you've truly learned the lesson, it carries over. And if you haven't quite grasped it yet, you're going to have to repeat it. It's like an exam that you can't cheat on. If you haven't learned it, you got to do it again. It's horrible. It's, you know, but it would explain what life is all about, and it would explain all of these stories that I've seen and heard and read as well. Yes, I think your soul remembers. I think so, in some way. And there are there are people who are born into families where they're horrible, horrible people. They're con artists and, they hurt people for a living, right? And they have one child who doesn't get on board with that. They just can't. They have been raised to believe it's okay to hurt under other people, and yet this one child has it within her soul to know that what's happening is wrong and to get away from that. Likewise, the other way around. It does happen where people are raised in a beautiful environment and beautiful family and they end up with a bad seed somehow. It would explain that as well. Ruben says, Pamela, if that's true, I've chosen this crappy life, and if it's a punishment, I was a bad person. Aw. It's not a punishment. I don't think it's a punishment. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that's what it's about. Um, Pamela, you were that one child in your family, the one good one? I am assuming you mean, not the one bad one. And Young Warthog says, there's a fascinating docuseries on Netflix, Aussie version anyway, called Surviving Death. Has some mind-blowing reincarnation and near-death experience stories. Highly recommended. I have a recommendation too. There is a book called You Were Born Again to Be Together. It's a very, very old book from like the 80s. It's an old book. And hey, Bree, some lessons take pain to learn. Empathy is impossible without going through it, is what Bree's trying to say, I think. And absolutely, just like we were talking about with insomnia, and I didn't understand it before. Now I do, because I've experienced it. Just like I was talking about on my last stream, where I talked about how I was in an abusive relationship and I did not understand until I went through that what it was like to be in that kind of abusive relationship. Now I have empathy for those people that go through it and a true understanding of why they stay. I don't have a true understanding of why the abusers do what they do, but yeah, I knew what you meant, Bree. So, oh, right, You Were Born Again to Be Together. I wanted to tell you one story from that book. I read it when I was a teenager. New stream, Deep Talks with Genki Colleen. That's what it's been the last two streams. It's been really serious subject matter, but hopefully stuff that isn't going to make anybody upset. What was I going to say? I got distracted again. Pamela says, I know for this incarnation has been hard with the parents I have had while being legally blind, but it hasn't been a very rich experience and one I am thankful for. Life really sucks sometimes. It sure does. I wonder what I was going to say. What did I start to say? Doggone it. I hate it when I do that. It's my ADD. Some things I'm just fine not understanding, like the aforementioned abusers. Yeah. Yeah. Some things I don't want to understand. I don't want to become that way ever. I mean, ever. Young Warthog says, loving how engaging these streams are getting on so many different levels. Yay! I was going to tell you a story from You Were Born Again to Be Together. I read it when I was 14, maybe 15 years old. And I'm going to come back and read your comment in a minute, Ruben, because if I get distracted again, I won't remember. So I was 14 or 15 years old. That means that it's been over 30 years, and I still remember one story from this book. This man was, he was a soldier, and he met this little girl on the dock, and he absolutely just loved this child, just unexplainably. He got a picture of her, with permission, of course, and he carried that with him through his entire service. And I think he actually was in the war. I can't remember, but anytime anybody asked him about the little girl in his wallet, he'd say, "That's my daughter." Because he really had no explanation for why he had this picture of this child. And it wasn't an unclean thing. Don't get the wrong idea. He wasn't a pedophile. Um, just there was something about this girl, and years passed, and he ended up getting married to a wonderful woman. And one day she was going through the wallet and she found this picture. And she said, "How did you get this?" And he told her the story, and she said, "Honey, this is me." It just he met her, and he just had this instant bond with this person, this soul, instantly. And they ended up being together and living happily ever after. All right, let me get back to the comments here and get caught up. Ufol says, the reincarnation theory deprives a person of the sense of sin and the ability to distinguish good from evil. Huh, that's a different take. Young Warthog says, loving how... Wait, I already read that. Um, Ruben says, I do kind of believe that stuff that we have around us do teach us stuff, like the shows I've watched through my life have taught me stuff or helped me in bad moments. But reincarnation is going too far. Well, you don't have to believe in it. Absolutely not. I do believe my path is already written and all I experience will lead me somewhere, is what I mean. And Ufol says, does not believe in reincarnation. I think we only have one life to live. And like I said earlier, you don't have to believe in any of this. You can explain it away however you wish, whatever your beliefs are. I am okay with your beliefs, um, and your beliefs could be correct. These are these things I've discussed are things that I believe in, but I'm not going to force my beliefs on somebody else. This is just sharing experiences with you and my thoughts and my beliefs. Um, and I don't want to offend anyone. I don't ever want this to get to a conversation, get to the point where people start getting angry. I'm not about that, ever, ever. Oh, but I like to listen to other people's beliefs. Yay! Pamela says, thankfully, we can all believe differently. I don't believe in sin, but that is just me. As long as you're a good person, you're all right in my book. It is very interesting. I thought so too. And I was hoping that people that absolutely do not believe in reincarnation at all would still find it interesting. So I'm glad to hear that. Have I found any gnomes while I've been talking? I have no idea. I've been watching chat and talking. I'm on autopilot. That's exactly why I'm doing explores right now. So I should save some of my stories. I have lots more stories. Um, lots more stories, but I should save some for future streams. Um, like for when we are doing Vault in a couple of weeks, because I get so distracted when we're doing stuff. I make mistakes and I can't fully concentrate unless I can multitask. I mean, unless I'm on autopilot like I am with Quick Explores. You know, click here, cast, and it's over. That's easy peasy. Why am I not tired yet? It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I got to get up early. No! Vault event in 2 weeks. So next Friday is Fire Rift, the new faction, and the week after, I believe, is the Vault event. That is the last thing I saw anyway. Kapow! Should double check that. Now that I said it. Taran's World weekly event spoilers. Okay, Tuesday, let's see, the 4th is that Friday, and yep, Friday, February 11th, we're doing another Vault event, according to, unless they change it. And they have changed these things before, but yes, it is showing Vault at this time. Ufo says, through my life I confess one principle: do not do to another what is unpleasant to you. You know what? That is basically the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In other words, treat people the way that you want to be treated. And I am all for that. That is absolutely one of the principles of my life. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. Ruben, oh, hey, you seven. You have missed quite the story time. Ruben says, I do believe dreams tap into a different kind of energy and are to be interpreted if you remember. Um, I also believe that some dreams have a lot of meaning to them, especially recurrent dreams. I also believe that sometimes dreams are just dreams. But for the most part, I believe if we're remembering the dreams, that we should be thinking about it and thinking, does this have any bearing on anything in my life right now? That's what Ruben just said, not interpreted with books or stuff, just your gut. And that's basically what I was trying to say. Absolutely. And my book has not come yet, by the way. My new book has not come. Should be here by next week, though. That'll be good. You know how they say that you can't actually die in dreams? I've died in dreams. When I was a kid. I don't think I've done it since. No, I have done it since I've been an adult. Never mind. Just, it's been a very long time, but yeah, that really sucks. Getting out of the body is a very interesting topic. Yeah, I believe that astral projection is possible. Um, that is something else I believe in, but as far as crystal power and light and, you know, okay, I'm going to tell you a story after I read this next comment. Ruben says, I once dreamed I was being hunted by snipers and people died around me and I couldn't escape. Oh, that's horrible. All right. So, the metaphysical topic, um, my ex was interested in that for a little while. And so he wanted to go to these classes. Pardon. And I went to 2 or 3 of these classes with him. And this one woman had us all, kind of in a meditative state. And she was talking about how we all have wings, literal wings, but not physical wings. We have metaphysical wings. And we just needed to search and look with our mind's eye and see our wings. And, you know, people are going around in the circle and they're talking about what their wings look like. And I was like, I made something up because I couldn't sense any wings. But, if they believe in that, that's fine. I didn't have a problem with that. What I had a problem with is when she started telling us that, the beams of light that come through the clouds on a sunny day when there are clouds outside. She told us that that was aliens trying to rebalance our planet because it was in danger of flipping on its axis again, and therefore they were trying to save us by doing these beams of light on the planet to even things out so we didn't flip. After that, I stopped going. So, I do believe in a lot of things that most people don't believe in. That was a little too much for me. If you believe in that kind of thing, more power to you. But it was a little bit too much for me to swallow. Pardon. Ruben says I made it once. Oh, good. You only made it once. 2 times. Once it was in my house. It was my house, and another time it was a ruined house. Young Warthog says, I've fallen from a height that was high enough to kill me in my dreams and have woken on impact. Yes, I have done that. Yes, and that's what I was talking. One of the times it was a recurrent dream where very similar, where I was so scared of something that I jumped and from great height, and I woke up as I hit the ground. I felt myself hit the ground. So yeah, that was one of the ways that I died. In my dreams, in my dreams. Pamela says, I have had two spontaneous out of body experiences, but can't do it at will. That sounds like you need to ground yourself a little better. I don't mean physically. There are ways, exercises you can do that will help you ground yourself so that you don't do it accidentally. My husband also has done that. Um, so no, I totally believe that there are out of body experiences and that you can astral project. I cannot do it on command. I have too many barriers in place to protect myself, to allow myself to do that. I have tried. But yeah, Ruben says maybe dreams are an extra reality, and that could be. They could be some kind of an alternate reality. But you know what's really funny about dreams? And this is something that I have thought about in recent years. Dreams are something that no one would believe in if only a few people had them. Dreams are real. We all know dreams are real because most of us anyway, have experienced them. But somebody who's never experienced a dream, if most of the population had never experienced it, we'd all think that that was a fallacy. We would think, no way, there's no such a thing as a dream. You're not experiencing something else when you go to sleep. So it could be that there are a lot of things that only some people experience that are absolutely true. But we don't believe it because we've never experienced it. And is that the case? I don't know. It's just, I'm just throwing it out there that it's a possibility. I can, what's the word I'm looking for? I can say that that I believe it's a possibility. I'm not going to say it's not real. I may not, I don't know. But UFO says Earth magnetic field will flip. Ruben says, I sort of remember a weird feeling of semi-consciousness when I was young, like muttering or feeling I was and wasn't moving at the same time. That's interesting. Also, must have been 7 when it happened, every once in a while and never since. Don't know if it's a real memory, and that's possible. My dad keeps trying to tell me that a lot of our memories are not real. He says it's something that we dreamed, that a lot of the things that we remember as reality were actually dreams. And I know that that does happen. Sometimes I have caught this kind of thing going on where I thought something was real and then I remembered, oh no, wait, that was a dream. So I can see where that could happen. How often that happens, I don't know. But anyway, it's an interesting topic we've gotten on tonight. I should probably go to bed soon though. It's almost 4 o'clock, so I should probably try to get some sleep since I have to get up early. So, is there any questions or requests or any last minute additions to the conversation before I finish up for the night? Young Warthog says, then there's the simulation theory that says probably none of this is real. Drink anyone? Yeah, I have heard that. I have trouble believing that all of this is a computer program that's running. I mean, everything that we've ever known or experienced is just a computer simulation. High five. Oh, absolutely. Let's head into chat 777. Sorry, that was a little loud. Let's go into chat 777. 777. Here we go. All right. There's UFO. Give you a helpful instead because it's worth more. Anybody else? Anybody need some honors before I go to bed? Let me know. I have 4 left. Yeah. No, you're welcome. Yeah, I can't conceive of, yeah, I can't even go there. What do you think of deja vu? So, if I had never, I will, if I had never experienced deja vu, I would wonder about it. However, I have experienced it. What it is, I don't know. Um, I could, I could propose that perhaps, oh, helpful. I could say perhaps there are infinite alternate realities, many different planes of the same reality, every one a little bit different, and for just a moment, you cross over into the other reality because maybe the time is a little different. I don't know. Just throwing something out there. I can't say. Just, I haven't thought about it too deeply. I know that deja vu really happens. What's this? I see a team. All right, let me change this. We will go here. Yes, edit, manage, paste. I hate it when it does that. Come on, computer. There we go. Oh, that is your team for the event. Game keeps lagging. Now I'll get, no, it's okay. I can wait. This is what you're doing for the bounty event. So let's, you're using a weapon. That means you won't get full points. So let me show you. The team I used is in the description box below, so you can always get that there. But let's go in here and let me show you what happens when you put your hero on the team. Get that first. Games, bounty. Oh, is it gonna let me? Ah, crumbs. I am not buying another tier. I already used an Orb of Ascension. So basically, you have the multipliers for using bounty troops. And so I'll show you. Bounty. So you get anywhere from 2 times the points to 6 times the points for each level for each bounty troop. And so taking your hero with you means that you're missing 6 times the points. And not having your bounty captain with you, that's the Catterfly, will also affect that. Kim says, I try to keep an open mind when it comes to paranormal events. You just don't know what you don't know. That's true. I try to evaluate existing evidence and go from there. I also. You have times 14? Oh, only 14? No. Well, here's what I suggest for you, or for anyone that doesn't have their bounty troops leveled up. That is to find a couple of troops that you use all the time. Corpse Mare and Tigraki Warrior and sometimes Half Main for me, and Rift Links. They do true damage, and so they're always going to be relevant. Relevant. Yes, you have 23x, you're missing times 7 because of your hero. Times 30 is the max you can get. But if you have your troops, say, let me put in actually, I'm just going to go to the description and grab the code out of there so I don't have to build it from scratch. Copy. Cancel. Yes, yeah, we talked about that. Paste. So this is the team I was using. I use these three almost every time. I swap them out sometimes, but Tigraki Warrior is probably the most useful bounty troop you can have because he does true damage boosted by their armor. So on the higher levels, he's going to hit very, very hard. Very, very useful for that reason. Ogress is great for mana generation, so just if only you're going to level up one or two, Tigraki Warrior first, Ogress if you like doing the explosions to get mana generation. If not, choose something else. But yeah, it's good to have certain troops that you use, and it's part of what makes Bounty boring is that you use the same troops every time, except you have to use the Bounty Captain to get your full bonus. But um, the right, so Ogress is here for mana gen, and she has skull damage reduction, and she will stun the first enemy, which is really relevant this time around because we have one troop that can that is a couple of troops that are stealthy, so you cannot target them unless you stun them first. Corpse Mare is actually, that is wrong. It should be like this. Tigraki Warrior, as we mentioned, has that boost. Corpse Mare gets you some mana because it destroys a row, and that means that you get the mana for it. Steals life, which adds on to its own life, and making it a good tank. Oh, times 18, good. And then the Catterfly is um, the bounty captain this time around. I will never use Catterfly again after this, but it was very useful in the event. So anyway, I have a separate video out on tactics for the lower levels and for the higher levels. It would be easier than watching this video over from the beginning. You can just go to my channel and you should see it there. It says teams for bounty. So anyway, wait, chat. There we go. Daisken. Sure, we'll do a helpful there too. There we go. Ta-da! Done. Without the @ sign. Didn't mean to do that. Ruben says, I still like bounty event a lot. Easy rewards and outside of a guild. Yeah, I know. But bounty events used to be so incredibly tedious. I don't know whether somehow it's less tedious now or just that I'm distracted enough that it's not as boring anymore. I'm not sure what it is, but I haven't found the last 3 or 4 to be that bad. Sakuna Meow! Hi! You're welcome. I'm just about to stop streaming, actually. I'm gonna finish the explore. Yeah, I'm just gonna do one more battle, so give you folks time to let me know if there's anything else before I go, and then I am gonna go try to get some sleep. I must sleep. Why am I using this team? Are you kidding me? Well, this should be interesting to see if I can get anywhere. Even though it's just a level 3 explore, it'll take me a while, but I can win it. At least I won't lose out on my myth stones if I continue, so that'll give you guys some extra time to respond. There you go. All right, done. Whew. I have wilted. That is good. That means I can go to bed and maybe get some sleep. All right. I'll change this back before I forget. And Ruben says, go to Dream World and have fun. Thank you. Desert Priest, welcome. I wanted to ask if Nightwing is okay as a bounty unit. Nightwing? No. Nightwing is a raid boss, isn't it? Yeah, if it's raid boss, it won't work for bounty. In order to get the full bonuses for bounty, you have to use one that has the bounty hunter trait. So you just search your team for the word, just do a search for the word bounty and they'll all come up. Just be sure that it's all right. Just be sure that they have the first trait if you want to get the bonus. So it's okay. It's okay. Let me give you a link to that other, I just might as well add it for anybody that missed it. Teams for Bounty. It is right here, and I go over the the tactics for the teams for the lower levels and the higher levels. So anyway, thanks for some really interesting talk tonight, guys. I'm glad you joined me and had fun with me, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be. And have a good one. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.